Chances are you live close to a place like this and may not even realize it. But when it comes to finding the right balance between quality and affordability, your local family-owned butcher is always the best place to start. These are the folks that feed us.
What's going on, guys? I'm Alex Offer. This is Now We're Cooking. Today we're at Tischler's Market in Plainfield. This place has been here since 2004. It's became a local staple. It's more than meat, but the meat is outrageous. Let's go take a look.
Ah, yes, the often forgotten ticket dispenser, something every meat counter always has, something that most patrons almost always forget to use. I decided to take 3. Owner and operator here at Tischler's, Rick, was kind enough to take some time out of his day to talk turkey with me. Well, talk beef, pork, chicken as well. There's some shrimp, scallop. Well, we talked meat. We talked about a few other things as well.
Hi, Rick. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
I appreciate you spending some time with me this afternoon. This is Tischler's Market. And
Yes, it is.
how long have you guys been here?
Since 2004.
And so was this, this place, this building has been here for quite a long time.
Yeah, a long time.
And I grew up in Plainfield, but I never knew, what the heck was over here, because back then I was still eating Kraft macaroni and cheese and hot dogs.
Right. Our palates didn't develop yet.
Absolutely. So what do you think, what was the reasoning behind opening this, and what's the importance of it for you?
I opened it up because I was in the grocery business with family forever since I was a little kid, and I really didn't like grocery so much. And then I worked in the meat department, produce department, and I kind of liked the specialty end of it more.
Sure.
And when I moved out here, I was driving back into Western Springs, Brookfield, too long to ride. I'm like, I'm going to branch out on my own. So I started looking around for spaces in 2004 to open up a meat market because I wanted a specialized one. There was nothing out here, and so that's pretty much how it started. Was I wanted something in my head. I had a dream. I'm like, I think I can make this work.
You know what you want, it's not available where you're at, so why don't I do it?
Yep.
So let me ask you this, how difficult was the pandemic to navigate? And then on top of that, what would you say was probably the most important thing that helped to keep you guys going through that whole
pandemic? For me, it was better for me as an independent than it was for other stores like Costco, Jewel. They had to buy from their warehouses. They ran out a lot. I was able to go to the streets and find product and bring it in. So it wasn't bad. It was hard work because there was nobody wanting to work, and then there was not a lot of stores open.
Yeah.
It was difficult as far as business was booming, but the time frame in here, it was a lot of hours put in that year.
Sure.
A lot. I ended up cutting my hours Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 6 or 9 to 3, because we couldn't even keep up.
I know there was a lot of places, food or otherwise, that were trying to figure out ways to still be open, but change hours to fix or to work with exactly what you're talking about. Did you think that? Was the fact that because one of the few things people could still do, at least, was buy groceries and then cook food at home? Do you think that was helpful?
Oh, for me, my business,
Yeah.
Absolutely it was.
Yeah, compared to being in maybe the restaurant industry where people can't go. People want to eat, but they can't go out to dinner right now.
Yep, they had to go pick up, and they didn't even have that set up. A lot of the restaurants didn't even have their pickup.
It was amazing how many people went from we don't have any kind of takeout service to everybody figured out a way to do it because you kind of
now everybody does it.
Yep. What do you think? So you guys are more than a butcher, obviously, but that's sort of the main draw for a lot of folks. What do you think's maybe the biggest misconception people have about what a butcher does that they don't realize?
No, I think that people think all meat is the same, and it's not. There's different levels of meat. There's different levels of prime, choice, and you get what you pay for. You can go out and buy a $10 a pound steak. You're getting a $10 a pound steak. Yeah, I don't sell those. My belief in this store was I wanted to be the best out there, so I will only offer the best that I can find. I know I'm not going to be everybody's destination. Special occasions I'm there, but in holidays, but not every day. But I want those people to understand that there is difference in qualities of meat out there.
What's something that you sell here you think most people wouldn't ever expect that you do carry, but it's one of those items maybe that you're proud that you have, but not a ton of people know about it?
Stuff that I'm proud of, the whole store I'm proud of. The help that I got in here, they're the best that I have, but it's a lot of oven ready stuff. It's not just like an old-fashioned meat market where you come in, I just I want a round steak, and that's all you got. I got oven ready, seasoned, grill ready stuff that's ready to go right out the door. Just take it home and cook it.
So you maybe like the things that make people's lives a little easier when they want to get something delicious, but they don't necessarily want to spend the time prepping.
Exactly.
I noticed online that you guys have been doing some cooking classes. First of all, how long have you been doing that? And then B, what was sort of the motivation to start doing that?
I got a friend of mine who is a KCBS championship pit master. His name is Sean Young, and we became friends. I started sponsoring his team, and then we talked about doing classes. And this was pre-COVID, so it was probably around 2018, I think we started them up. And they were a pretty big hit, and it's mostly smoking.
Okay.
Is what we do.
That doesn't surprise me. That is a really popular thing that people want to get into, but it probably seems a little scary. Would that be a fair thing for some people? Like, they're real gung-ho, but they also I feel like I can.
There's a lot to learn on it. There's a lot of secrets in there. I mean, there's a lot of mistakes made to get a good product. So the classes help people just eliminate those mistakes. They're still going to make them, but now they got a step up on everybody else because Sean, he's great pit master.
Having somebody who has the credentials, obviously, that you mentioned, is pretty good. It's awesome. And then also, I mean, I don't know, it's hard to tell exactly how many people were here for that. The last one, which was, a few weeks ago, I think?
Yeah, it was about 30 people in the class.
It looked nice and full in there.
It was very full.
Also saw a lot of smiling faces.
There's always, everybody's happy. They always turn out to be great classes. They really are. It's a lot of work setting them up and getting through them. I'm tired the next day, but the night of the class, I always have a great time. Everybody does. I haven't yet to have anybody go, "This was really disappointing, Rick. I wish I never came."
Right, yeah.
Not a person
So I
has
learned how
ever
to
said
cook
that.
meat deliciously. This was terrible.
They eat and they just have a good time. There's so much food that we offer out too for them.
I'm going to do a little food word association. So I'm going to just say a word and you just tell me the first thing that pops in your head, okay? So it's going to start pretty obvious, but we'll see what happens. Beef.
Steak.
Chicken.
Chicken breast.
Pork.
Ribs.
Fish.
Fillets.
Crustaceans.
Oysters.
Farm.
Fresh.
Family.
Deer.
Perfect. And what's your favorite meal to cook at home?
I like doing ribs, actually. I think I've got them down pat pretty well.
And everybody has their own way of doing them. Once you know how to, once you've got them good, your ribs will be not the same as someone else's.
Nope.
They're both good, but they're not the same.
No, there's times, overcook them a little. You miss that mark, but ribs I'm usually pretty good with.
But I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're going to do scallops. We're going to do scallops for AD, who you might not know, but she's my aunt. She's a wonderful human, but she's a little upset that I never cooked scallops yet. So we gotta do it. We gotta do it for AD.
Now, before you ask, yes, I'm aware at how absolutely stupid I was to assume that I could do this entire episode without a proper microphone. So for the next time we do this or something like this, I will have absolutely a much better setup for that. But before we leave here today, I did get a chance to go back to the kitchen and take a peek at one of the employees here at Tischler's trimming up a delicious strip steak.
It's not for me, though. Hello. What's your name?
My name is Debbie.
I'm Alex. Nice to meet you.
You too?
We kind of hopped in today, did a little bit of video on the place, and I did want to say hello, because I've seen you several times when I've been here. Seen you a few times too. What's your name?
Sally.
Sally, I'm Alex. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How long have you guys been here?
I've been here 5. Sally's been here since.
For a while, okay.
These two lovely ladies were just as welcoming as the entire rest of the store, and staff always are here. And you might remember Sally from a little earlier in the video, as she modeled this fine piece of apparel that you can pick up at Tischler's, in fact. And it is a funny fitting shirt that says more than it actually even says until you really think about it, because the food we eat is who we are. And they are some of the best people you'll meet around. Thank you guys so much for stopping in today. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time.